Hi guys, how are you all today morning? Good morning. Today is 26th June 2022. My name is TSV Raghavan and I live in Chennai, Tamil Nadu, India. I write on spiritualism, fiction, and assorted subjects, and I am a published author with Amazon Kindle and paperback. Spiritualism happens to be my favorite subject. This is my spiritual channel, and we have been talking about various ideas, thoughts, opinions, etc., that we gleaned through our own contemplation and meditation on material and spiritual subjects. Today, we will again discuss about one very famous person from Mahabharata whose life story is a lesson to all of us. It has been declared by all intellectuals that what is not in Mahabharata is not in this world. That is, Mahabharata covers every aspect of human nature and life, and if you read it carefully, you will know what are your strengths, your weaknesses, your opportunities, and your threats. Today we are talking about one very famous, noble, and saintly woman called Gandhari. Gandhari was a princess by birth. Her father was the king of Kandhar, a province in present day Afghanistan. Gandhari had a brother whose name was Shakuni. She had several other brothers and sisters, but Shakuni was considered to be the youngest among them. Whether he was elder to Gandhari or whether he was younger to her is not known, but the fact remains that he was her brother. Gandhari was a very pious, noble, devotionally inclined person right from her childhood. He was an ardent Shiva devotee. He had a lot of plus points like femininity, beauty, grace, good nature, manners, etc. However, destiny willed otherwise. All problems started when the deluded Bhishma went to Gandhari's father and asked her as a bride for his grandson Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind by birth. They say face is the index of the mind. Because of his inborn ignorance, Dhritarashtra had been born blind. He was not one person who could be made friends with by any pious person. It was only because of uncontrollable circumstances that good people came to him. Gandhari's brother Shakuni objected to her marrying a person like Dhritarashtra, but again fate intervened. Gandhari, the pious and noble woman that she was, made one very emotional decision. This is where it is proved that when you are making or taking important decisions, you must never allow your etheric senses or your astral mind of feelings and emotions to intervene in doing so. The only three places which can be used to take material and spiritual decisions are causal intelligence, soul, and super soul. Even ego should not be allowed to interfere in important matters. But here, this emotionally occupied Gandhari, who was otherwise a very pious lady, chose to become Dhritarashtra's wife, much to the chagrin of her brother Shakuni. Now, Gandhari married Dhritarashtra, there was no problem. But she could have been a very good friend, philosopher, and guide to Dhritarashtra. But Gandhari took a decision which triggered off a chain of reactions in Hastinapur that culminated in the Kurukshetra war. Gandhari chose to become blind herself by tying a cloth around her two eyes all her life. Now, husband and wife, the couple, were blind to everything that was going on in their Hastinapur kingdom. Even Gandhari had lost her capacity to advise her husband, as a result of which they fathered 100 children, of whom the worst were the evil Duryodhana and the cruel Dushasana. If only Gandhari had remained normal, she could have advised Dhritarashtra against supporting these two sons of hers, but she chose to ignore that. As a result of which, because these two were devoid of their parents' sane advice, chose to go with that cunning, and self-serving people like Uncle Shakuni and friend Karna. These two people instigated Duryodhana and Dushasana endlessly to go against the noble Pandavas, as a result of which Kurukshetra war happened. Gandhari created so much trouble by her ignorant act that even a noble person like Bhishma Pitama or the intelligent Vidura could not interfere in their own relationship with King Dhritarashtra. Even the noble Kunti could not do anything in this. Ultimately, the war was fought, and Dhritarashtra and Gandhari lost their 100 children. The war and the Hastinapur kingdom, all three rolled in one. Ultimately, what Dhritarashtra feared and hated most happened when the Pandava prince Yudhishthira became king. Not only that, the sadistically irritated Bhima instigated, provoked, and insulted Dhritarashtra no end, much to the pain and chagrin of all. Ultimately, Dhritarashtra, Gandhari, Vidura, and Kunti had to leave Hastinapur and go to the forest where all of them were killed in a forest fire. This particular story is a lesson to us that we should never allow our own emotions, ego, senses, etc., to take major decisions. Otherwise, the trouble that comes or follows such a decision is endless and very, very painful. Kindly subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon so that I can keep reminding you of my other videos. Please tell me what you think of my discourse, my own analysis and theory about this particular story. I would hasten to add that I may be wrong. However, I'd be very glad if you look at this episode and give your own opinions, thoughts, and ideas to this particular story so that we can improve our own knowledge and intelligence and we can serve the humanity better. Till we meet next time in my next video, it is good day from TSV Raghavan.